Hey, it's Shawn Casemore here with another one of my Sell More with Casemore video series. You know, I talked in a recent video about building trust and some of the steps that we tend to skip through that can harm us when we're trying to build trust. The other thing I mentioned in that video was rapport. Trust and rapport really go hand in hand. Now, what is rapport? Well, really, trust on one hand is the ability that somebody believes that we will do what we say we're going to do. If we commit to something, we will follow through. Rapport is more the relationship side of sales, right? So rapport is something where I can call you John instead of Mr. Smith, right? Rapport, though, is something you have to earn. You can't build it immediately. And the interesting thing about rapport is it's something we rarely talk about. We talk about trust, building trust, but not so much building rapport. Now, because rapport is more that personal connection between you and the other individual, there's some very simple things you can do that sometimes we don't even consider when it comes to working with prospects and even customers where there may be additional opportunities to sell. I wanted to share a few tips with you, as always, that'll help you build rapport. Just natural things that you may not be thinking about that are going to help you not only build and obviously sustain rapport. Number one, smile, right? Might sound silly, but even if I'm on the phone, the difference in my voice between talking like this, where maybe I'm reading a script and making sure I'm going through my list, versus talking like this can be enormous, right? Just by smiling, it can have a huge impact on the tone of voice that I'm portraying, which can help build rapport. The second thing that I want you to think about is being enthusiastic. A lot of times, especially if you're selling something that's complex, there might be a lot of steps and stages and questions that you have to go through. We can get lost in that. And then suddenly these meetings with a prospect to get to the quote stage can almost seem painful. Never lose your enthusiasm. Never lose your excitement. It's really, you've heard this statement before, logic makes people think, but emotion is really what makes them act upon making a sale, even in a complex sale, right? It's that rapport, that trust, that personal connection that is going to help you and set you apart from the competition, even when price is a factor. I recall one time early in my career, I was quoting something that was pretty complex. We had gone back and forth. There was other competitors in the mix here, but I kept trying to do these tips I'm sharing with you today. Right? When I called the individual up that I was dealing with, I asked about his family. I smiled. I was enthusiastic. I was energetic. And near the end, as we're getting ready to actually, try and finalize the deal, he called me and he said, "Shawn, I got to tell you something. Your price is a little bit higher than the competition." And I said, "Oh." And we couldn't do anything more with it. I said, "I'm sorry, we can't go any lower. That's the best we can do." And he said, "Well, let me tell you something though. Our conversations have been much more positive, much more optimistic than any conversation I've had with the competitor. So yeah, although price is a factor, I end up trusting you more. I appreciate the relationship I have with you, Shawn, and your team more than I do the competitor. So for that reason, we're going to go ahead and buy from you," right? So it was really that rapport that I built, that personal relationship that helped move the sale forward. Now, is this going to happen every time? No. But if you can do these simple little things and they will increase your chances of closing the sale, increase your chances of getting the next sale, why wouldn't you do them? So we've talked about the importance ultimately of smiling. We've talked about enthusiasm. You also have to watch, obviously, the tone of voice that you're using, the volume that you're using, right? All of that kind of parlays into enthusiasm. You've heard me talk before about being genuine. Be who you are. Show some personality. Don't be scared to do that. You have to be appropriate, obviously, and polite and courteous, right? Respectful, all of those things, because you don't know what the person on the other end is like as far as their expectations. But that said, you can show a little bit of personality. What I like to often tell the folks I'm coaching is have a little bit of fun, right? This isn't the end of the world here if you don't make the sale, right? It might seem like it, but it's not. So have a little bit of fun, show a little bit of personality, because at the end of the day, if your personalities don't click, it probably won't click later either when you're more relaxed and you do show your personality. So use these tips as a way to build rapport. Rapport is not the way you'll close business, but it is such a simple thing. These simple little strategies you can deploy that will help improve your chances to close that next deal. I want to thank you again for watching today's video on Sell More with Casemore. Hope you enjoy these. Comment below if there's other areas, other tips or topics you'd like me to speak about. I'd be happy to do so. You can always visit my website as well for more information, www.shawncasemore.com. Until next time, why don't you get out there today and sell something and smile and be enthusiastic while you're doing it. I'll talk to you soon. Take care.